Alright, let's hope everything is still saved. I think there should be 2 warm-ups. Should be 2 warm-up. Check settings. Yeah, I will. No, it doesn't have the warm-ups. This is not looking good. This is looking great. Look. This is Christmas. This is Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hillis Nadeo's game! Do I need to add another? Alright, we're waiting here. Just give it a sec. Alright, let's see. Good luck. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go live here with the Christmas Enduro race. We have a official live start right now on a map by Keissla called The Christmas Mayhem. 9 putain de merde, 2 red times already. That is not good. We have to keep on rolling right here. This is live commentary. People are making mistakes left, right, and center. We are following Sasha here for this first round. A little bit of a lag with the cars, but that's alright. Let's actually put it on ghost cars right there. Alright, here we go then. Entering the full speed section. 21 laps is being played right now. That is gonna be 45 minutes of ultimate gameplay on this track. The question is, will the server hold strong? Or will the server die? Ah, Mitriani lagged out as well. That's quite unfortunate. But here we have that little roof hit into a wallbang part. And then we are entering the dirt section. Dirt section right here. Ooh, Sasha's going very wide. Gets actually another stopic. But we keep an eye on Sasha right now. As he is approaching the last couple of dirt turns for this map. Oh, not the greatest entry there. Clips the barrier once again. Still driving in position 75 right now. Oh, I need to put this right there. Position 75 right now. Getting to a little technical section. Here we go. Okay, now probably the most difficult turn here with the grip into the dirt section. And slowly but surely approaching the ending section right now. 2 minutes. And 10 seconds on the clock for Sasha in the first round. The last looping here is going to decide it. Oh! There he goes. Into the roof hit. In a respawn. And that will conclude the very first lap. Sasha. Oh! Barely jumps outside of the map. Let's actually have a look at the leader of the race, which is no one else but Riolu. He finds himself in a comfortable 1.1 second of an lead. Second place is occupied by Coco. occupied by Coco. We have Jussie in the 3rd position, going through the presents. These presents on the map are not solid, so you can drive through them. But the gaps aren't really that massive so far. We have Marius in 4th. He is battling it out with Jussie and Panda. Wait, Panda? Yes, Panda. Oh, but Marius with a much better trajectory here in the little tech turns. Looking solid. Oh, Panda with a mistake, and Firestorm catches up. Jussie with a huge crash. He gets overtaken by at least 7 players. Drops down from 3rd place all the way to about 11th. So that is quite unfortunate for him. We have a roll-in right here. Ooh, Tom with that full grip on the little dirt section. Some people decide to take the full grip or go on the dirt. But we still have the hunt for Riolu going on. So let's have a look. 10th position is held by Wops. He doesn't go for the respawn. I mean, for the air brake. Instead, he just flips his car over, which is definitely a valid thing to do. Ooh, Coco has dropped far behind now. He's in that 15th position, battling it out with Simply Nick. But yeah, the gaps here aren't really that massive, so that is good to see. I mean, Riolu is on another level here, though. He has a 4.5-second lead already. I don't know how he done it. He must have been driving absolutely without any mistakes. And the other players are just messing up quite a bit. So Riolu is looking very strong in this race so far. Top 20 is Mr. Dudarik. Oh, that guy didn't make the dirt jump. But we saw Dudarik going for that slide instead of the wallbang. The slide is definitely faster if done correctly. However, the wallbang is a much safer approach. Let's follow Dudarik for this round. See what he can show us. Who doesn't really get the nice entry in that right-hander. But he's still doing a solid job. Alright, let's have a look at some of these other players then. Hazard. Wow, that is a terrible moment for me to crash, to spectate Hazard. Has made a mistake. Let's have a look at Turquoise. I believe he is at the finish line. Yes, he is. Turquoise is in position 123. Position 123. Driving very safe. He seems to have forgotten where you need to go. And now he is quickly deciding what he wants to do with his life. If he wants to commit the rage quit or not. He decides to respawn once again. Alright. Let's go to Terra build. Terra build. Oh. Terra build, I think, left the server. But that's alright, I guess. What about Yaktor? What is Yaktor doing? There we have it. Yaktor is in 64th position, lap number 4. So not all too bad, but he is almost a minute behind right now. Ooh, we have Peck. Peck has made some huge mistakes early on. He finds himself 12 seconds behind. In 13th position. He does, however, see a couple players right ahead of him. Oh, but then makes another mistake in the dirt. So he is not here to really win. What is the gap between Riolu and second place? It is 5.3 seconds. Let's actually have a look at Shorty. He is in second place and, can you believe it, is driving with a second place car. Very, very good stuff. So yeah, this part is very tricky. We gotta remember, it's 21 laps that are being played right here. It is definitely not over yet. Riolu can still make a mistake. And all the other players can take profit from it. So, let's watch a full round of Riolu. See what he's doing. He drives a 2:09, which is very decent time. Here we go, man. He is in lap number 5. I don't think Riolu has made a single mistake as of yet. I think his approach is just to drive as safe and steady as possible. And with that, win the race. Here we go. Gets a proper landing there. Goes for the wallbang. On dirt, Riolu is obviously a strong player. And as you can see, he does really well here. Ooh, gets a little bit of a nose slide. So, players behind can catch up just a tiny bit. He has lost 1 full second almost. And now comes a very decisive section. With the grip. He goes for the full grip, and you can see how much you can gain with that. You get so much more speed than when you go on the dirt section. Oh, that guy just ripped right in front of him. That was unlucky, lucky, dude. There we go. Riolu will finish his round here. And he will enter round number 6. Shorty is actually not catching up at all. So let's have a look at some of these other players then. We have Lil Light. Lil Light is in position 92. He is 2.5 minutes behind. Here we go. Forgot about that setting. That would have been a disaster. Let's watch Sky here. He is in the mid-range of the player field. 45th, 44th. Entering lap number 6 right now. Okay, got some good speed here. Ooh, that player just barely crashes the wall. Let's have a look at Azeroth. Azeroth, where are you? Azeroth is in 106th position. 3 minutes behind. He has just started lap number 5. So he's a full lap and something behind the leader, which is still Riolu. We have been driving roughly 12.5 minutes. But we still have half an hour to go almost. Ooh, didn't get a nice landing there. Oh, and doesn't get a proper wallbang either, so he has to respawn twice. We'll lose quite a lot of time with these respawns. Let's have a look at Panda. Panda seems to be driving in the top places here. Has made some mistakes. 25th right now. But right in front of him are Wops and Momba. Same with the Darik is in there as well. Oh, but the Darik has made a mistake at that grippy, no grip section. So let's have a look at Panda here. If he can get a little bit closer. Ooh. Doesn't really get a good wall right here. But he will catch up just a tiny bit, it seems, to Wops, who is going very wide in these loopings. Let's have a look at Papu from Gamers Origin in 11th place. He is roughly 21 seconds behind. We are 1/3 finished with this endurance race. He's in lap number 7. Let's take a look at the gap between Shorty and Riolu. It is only getting bigger and bigger. Now up to 7 seconds. Riolu really putting his name on this weekend of events. He's really pushing it. Let's have a look at Pack. Pack, who was far behind, is going for that comeback right here. He has Tom right in front of him. So let's see if he can take that place away from Tom. It looks like he will surpass Tom in this technical part. So Pack moves up to 5th now. Next up is Marius, but Marius is 3 seconds ahead of Pack. So that is quite a lot. Oh, but Pack makes a mistake and Tom is now taking over that position again. Back and forth they go. Who do I see here? It is Milmi. Milmi in 12th place. That is not all too shabby. He is driving a new personal record, so let's see what kind of time he is going to clock in. Here we go. Just the respawn remains here. And it will be a 2:10:31. That is definitely a solid time, if I should say so. What is Danik doing? Danik seems to be struggling quite a bit here. He has made a couple mistakes and is now 1 full minute behind. So unfortunately for Danik, I don't see him getting that top 10 placing. But he is battling it out with Turbo, that is. And Turbo said that his pet DC'd. But he is still in that 36th place. How big is the gap between Marius and Roland? Oh, it's also a whopping 2 seconds. But you can see Roland right in front of Marius. Just entered the dirt here as well. So let's see here. I do believe that Riolu is extending his lead every single round that passes by. He has now already a 8-second advantage compared to Shorty, who is currently in 2nd place. However, we do have Pack closing in on Marius. There we go. Let's keep on board with Pack here. Maybe we can see the overtake. He is on a very fast time. It says -6/10 on his best lap so far. So let's see what this is going to be. Probably a 2:09 maybe. Low. It is a 2:08:71. That is a very fast time. I believe my fastest time was a 2:07 high, so when I did the validation, that is. So yeah, that is definitely a solid lap, if I would say so. Let's have a look here at Rika. Rika currently in 82nd place. He is 3 minutes behind. Of course, all these players will be able to finish within 15 minutes after the first guy crosses the line. So, even if you are making many mistakes, you still have 15 minutes to complete your race after, let's say, Riolu finishes in first. Alright then, let's have a look at Specialized, who is in 92nd place. So kinda the same position as Rika. He's in lap number 8. There we go. Pack has overtaken Marius. That is absolutely correct. Pack is really steamrolling forward, and Roland is his next victim. Roland is only 1.5 seconds ahead. So we do have an interesting battle coming up here. Ooh, who's that? Oh, that was not Roland. But also, Riolu is extending his lead every single lap. He has accumulated a 9.2 second advantage already after 9 laps. That is absolutely nuts. Pack really closing in on Roland. I remember Roland telling me that he really wanted to get that top 3 finish. But right now it is really butt clenching for him. It is halfway done almost. And Roland is only 0.7 of a second ahead of Pack. Local records? No, I disabled them on purpose. Ooh. If Pack keeps up this pace, I do believe that he is able to snipe Shorty as well, as it is rather close now. Look at Roland, right ahead of Pack now. It is only 0.4 of a second in the difference. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, great stuff by Pack. I do believe that Roland knows that he is getting chased by Pack here. Great dirt section from Pack as well. And I do think that Pack will overtake this position rapidly. There he goes. They are next to one another. And Roland has lost that 3rd place to Pack. Oh, and Roland gets a terrible slide as well. And now it is all up to Shorty to keep that 2nd place. No, I cannot enable them because I do think that if I enable the local records, I will not have the scoreboard. Because the scoreboard is gonna die when 10 or 15 players finish the race. So by disabling the local records every round, I still have the finish times by everyone registered. So I can know what place everyone got. Alright then, let's have a look at some other players. Taxon. Where's Taxon? Taxon is in 92nd place. What is Taxon the Baxon doing? He really is throwing for skins right here. He's only in lap 8. There we go. Let's have a look at the other players in this top 20. Ooh, Vivek. Vivek from Team Era. That is a name I have not seen quite often. Aye. He is in 16th position. 42 seconds behind. That is actually cool to see. Kind of a newer name in the top 20 here. Oh, but he is making quite a lot of mistakes right now. We have Ludis. Who is this actually? Yeah, there's no point in searching that one. Ludis is in 20th place. Just hanging on tight to that 20th place. He is also in lap 11, so halfway. Let's have a look at the gaps here between Roland and Peck. So Peck has extended his lead by 2.5 seconds already, and is now only 2 seconds behind Shorty. So Shorty is really feeling the heat. Riolu, on the other hand, is driving a race on his own. He has a 12-second lead almost. I do not see Riolu lose this race. Just based on his extreme consistency. And he just entered lap number 12. Oh! He got a small little bump there. Luckily it didn't ruin his lap. Let's keep on board with Riolu for a little bit here. Ooh. Keeps getting good roof hits as well. And he keeps going for the wallbang. Let's have a look. Is Peck closing in right now? Not really. The distance between Shorty and Peck stays about the same. But Roland is only losing. So Roland seems to be falling out of this top 3 position. Alright, let's go ahead and spectate some of these other players that are playing the race. We have the Racing Cow in position 55. About 2 minutes behind. There he goes. Let's see how he will cope with this section. He does get the grip, but slides out pretty wide afterwards. That is quite unfortunate. Alright, let's move up the ranking here. We have Kaku. Oh, Kaku is driving quite high up. Oh, and the other guy, Mentos, is right in front of him, battling for that 24th to 25th position. Let's see what Kaku can do here. Oh, he is catching up with some good dirt turns. Oh, and we saw Mentos making a huge mistake, so Kaku will move up to 24th position. Let's go to his teammate. We have Mr. Galaxy. He finds himself in 41st position. Are these players? Yes, it is Scotsman and Ted and Zoix right here in front. They are battling for that 38th to 41st placing. Let's move a little bit more up here to Ariana G. Where is he driving? Let's have a look. Ariana is in position 58. So Ariana in position 58. Doing a decent job here. Let's take a look. What is the gap? Oof. Let's watch this, because I do believe that Peck is overtaking Shorty here in just a couple turns. The gap is now only 0.2 of a second. However, Riolu is still pushing all of his laps. Almost a 12-second lead right now. Pack coming in hot for this respawn. He does get it very good. And they are next to one another. So I think this is going to be the end for Shorty and his second position. As Pack will swoop by and take that second place away. What about Roland? How far behind is Roland here? Roland is now 5 seconds behind Shorty. So Shorty needs to make sure that he doesn't lose a lot of time. Else Pack, Roland will take over that top 3 placing. There we go. Pack does a different line there. Avoids a little bit more of the freewheel block. You cannot fully avoid it, but like entering the freewheel block later, as late as possible, definitely helps, of course. So we do have Papu actually getting to that top 5 placing. He is 5 seconds behind Marius, who I don't see lose this one. There he goes. Let's just have a look at Riolu. What kind of times is he clocking in? I see a minus 36 here for Riolu. And we are approaching the ending of the map, so I do believe this is going to be a 2:08. Very low, maybe. Let's have a look. And it will be a... yeah, that's definitely going to be a good time here. 2:08.79. I'm not sure what Pack did. I do believe it was also a 2:08.7 something. But yeah, Riolu driving 2:08s, and Pack and Shorty are still really close to one another. We have 6 laps remaining. We have driven 30 minutes so far. And there's roughly 96 participants still driving on the track. Let's have a look at everyone driving here from the overview. It is a very spread out player field. It looks like ants, if I have to say so myself. There we go. Let's go with a little bit of that Softy B. He is currently in position 17. That is actually a solid position to be in. He's only 1 minute behind the leader. I really wonder if Pack is able to catch up to Riolu here. I also wonder what kind of mistake Pack has done, because he is driving really fast times. Almost equal to Riolu's times. But yeah, really interesting. Let's have a look at Eddie. Eddie is not battling with the guy right there in front of him, because he is kind of on a mission of his own, if I say so myself. "46 seconds behind." Will definitely have enough time to finish here. Ooh, almost crashes in the wall there. He doesn't go for the grip, which will of course lose you quite a lot of momentum. What is Roland doing? Is Roland able to catch up to Shorty? It is still 5 seconds of a gap. And we got to remember, there's only prizes for the top 3 on the podium. And then there is 2 random prizes that are still being handed out to anyone that completes a little task, which I will go into a little bit later. But Roland really wants that top 3 position. But Shorty, to me, seems to be too stable of a driver. He needs to really hope that Shorty makes a mistake. And that is indeed a mistake that will cost him quite a bit of time. He did get the jump smooth. So how much did Shorty lose with this mistake? Let's have a look here. It is gonna be in the next checkpoint. It is only 3-point-something seconds, right? 3.8 seconds of a difference. So Shorty did indeed lose quite a lot of momentum there with that mistake. If he happens to do something like that again, then he will potentially lose that 3rd place. I am indeed Dutch, yes. So let's give some props to some of these other players right here. Oh, they're driving with the same car, and he makes a mistake. It is Croda from Team LWJ, who is in 79th position. Almost 6 minutes behind, so he will definitely have enough time to finish the race. But he is quite far behind, almost driving in the last position. Let's go with Ash. Ash is in 62nd place. Ooh, and a big mistake just as I put the camera on him. That is quite unlucky. Ooh, Harkler. One of the few players from the United States of America driving right here in 81st position. We got some Americans, a couple Australians. Always cool to see that players from different continents join the race. I think he knows that I spectated him because that horn was pretty obvious. Here we have Asteri. He is in 61st place, about 4 minutes behind. That is also a good performance right there, as he is closing in to the ending of this track. And then let's see what kind of time Asteri is doing here. That will be a 2:15, 2:16 time. It is a 2:17. We have Auris driving not too far behind Asteri. 67th position. Why does everyone horn? They know. They just know that I spectate, don't they? There he goes. What a troll. And he will start lap number 16 right there. So let's have a look at the gap between Pack and Riolu. Ooh! Riolu has made a mistake. Riolu has made a mistake, and Pack has closed in about, what was that, 4 seconds, 5 seconds? So Riolu is making small errors here, but he is still 9 seconds ahead, and he has only 3 laps remaining. So I do think that he will still be the winner of this race. But it is definitely little bit shocking to see. How about Roland compared to Shorty? Let's have a look here. Ooh, that is a big gap right now. 7 seconds is the gap. So, to me, this top 3 will remain like this unless a huge mistake will happen. Riolu seems to have lost about 1.2 seconds this lap on his personal best. So that is quite a lot. There he goes. Pack in second place. Oh, Pack gets a lot of speed here. He will catch up quite a bit with doing that. But it is too late right now. Shorty in third place. Let's just go slowly to the top 10 here. And then we almost at the end of the race. We have Roland in that fourth place. I do think if Pack didn't make that big mistake in the first lap, he would have won the race here, actually. He has been driving really fast. Papu in fifth. Is Coco close? No. Oh, but the battle is between Marius and Papu here. Actually, for that fifth placing. So Marius and Papu battling it out till the finish line. Let's have a look. Guns in 8th. Not really anyone close to Guns. So it looks like Guns will have that 8th position secured. Firestorm is in that 9th place. Doing a good job as well. He is 3 seconds behind Guns, so that might still change with 2 laps remaining. We have Tom behind Firestorm, and we got to remember Tom was battling with Pack at that 4th or 5th placing. No, what am I saying? Tom was battling with Pack at that 10th or 9th placing.
Thank you for
some rounds ago.
Thank you so much.
Spammy Christmas, everyone.
And Addy is still in 11th. I do think that Pack is closing in. Yes, Pack has closed in another second on Riolu here. The gap is only 7.1 seconds. Is this going to be an upset? Or is this actually... Oh my days, 6.8 seconds for Pack. And there is only 2 laps remaining. Is it too late? Is Pack striking too late here? We have to keep an eye on this battle for that first place. Riolu will enter lap number 20. And Pack has now entered lap number 20. So it is definitely a little bit shaky for Pack. I mean for Riolu, but to me, what is the gap right now? 6.3 seconds is not doable right here. But what an insane risk for Pack. He's really trying his best to catch up to Riolu. One slight error can be it. We have Riolu in that first place, going to the full speed section. Does need to get a good flip here. He does indeed. Goes for the wallbang. Pack. I don't think Pack got that part really well. Let's have a look here. 6.4. Oh, 6.2 seconds. So he did indeed catch up a tiny bit. But Riolu on dirt is, quite frankly, almost unbeatable. And that is where he can extend his lead again. There he goes then. Yo, Ansgar, thanks for the resub, by the way. Appreciate that. What about Roland against Shorty here? That is still 7 seconds. It is too big of a margin. We need to keep an eye on this this right here. Ooh, Riolu gets that proper. Now, let's see the risk from Pack. Oh, he does get it as well. But Riolu got it better. Riolu is extending the gap just a tiny bit. And we will have the final lap coming in for Riolu right here, guys. He is on his way to claim a victory in this Christmas race today. That is a 2:09 by Riolu. And what is the time gonna be for Pack? A 2:08.76. So he is driving faster than Riolu, but this is the final lap right now. 6.4 seconds of an advantage is what Riolu has accumulated. It was almost 14 seconds. So he did make an error. But he's still at a big margin for his lead. 5.8 seconds now for Riolu's lead. And he does get a good roof hit here. Also does the wallbang really well. I do believe that Riolu is just safing right now. Even though it doesn't look like it for casual drivers. But this is definitely a Riolu safe. We have 5.8 seconds of a gap. Here we go. This is gonna be the decisive turn here. And he will pass it. That is most likely the GG's right now. Pack unable to catch up here. Riolu with one wall ride and a looping and a respawn away. And that is definitely going to be the GG's for Riolu. What a phenomenal gaming experience right here. He will clock in the finish time of about 45 minutes and what? That is 45 minutes and 27 seconds. Pack is getting second place here. Ay. The local records are not being saved. That is a bliat and a half. But we will have Shorty in third place. Rollin in fourth coming in. Papu will finish in fifth. Marius in sixth. Coco in seventh. Firestorm is going to finish in 8th position. There he goes. Guns will secure 9th. Tom in 10th. Eddie will most likely get 11th here. Panda is quite a bit behind. Will get 12th. Kimi right behind Panda for that 13th position. Vivek, a name that I did not see very often, is in 13th. Very well done there for Vivek. Agent in 14th. Clockrun in 15th. Simply Nick will get 16th. Softy 17th. Yuvo on his way for that top 20 placing. Yuvo is gonna get 18th position here. There he goes. That is a solid performance for Yuvo. Danik in 19. Kaku in 20th, I think. Ludis in... Ay. Here we go, boys. We ripping now. Jinx in 23rd. Milmi in 24th. We have Div in 25th. Luzix in 26th. Scotty in 27th. Didarik 28th. Paddy Productions 29th. Speed MK in 30th. So far, the scoreboard is still alive, which is nice. Wops in 31st. Wops in 31st. Uske 32nd. Ted in 33rd. Sinus in 34th. We have Mario Galaxy in 35th. Sky 36th. Parhelion 37th. Yavo 38th. Sokin 39th. Zero 40th. Yaktor 41st. Saki in 42nd. Eddie 43rd. Yuke 44th. Sulfar 45th. Ario 46th. Ariana 47th. Agar 48th. Rhaegar 49th. Broly 50th. So we have 10 minutes remaining. Server is a little bit wonky right now. 51st goes to Red Extra. Cognacs goes to the 52nd place. Let's see. Let's have a look here. We do have a couple players still driving, but I'm not sure who is the closest to the finish now. So we just wait a bit. A lot of people crashed right there just like 5 or 10 minutes ago. So I'm not sure what happened right there, but hopefully it didn't involve a lot of players that were driving. Specialized gets 53rd. Let's have a look here. Auris will finish here as well. Oh, Hazard got 54th and Oris in 55th. Let's have a look at some of these others. Yeah, Croup, it's a known issue, unfortunately. It happens to some people. I don't know. We don't know why it happens. That is, like, everything is out of my control, basically. But thanks for playing, though. I appreciate that. Lolvan in 56th. 57th goes to Lil Light. Iliman, 58th. Let's have a look. Who is going to finish here? I do believe that the majority of these players still have one whole lap to go. So we will wait here patiently. 7 minutes remaining. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players still driving, I think. We have Tuxon with 1 lap remaining. He has made some big mistakes. Alright, do we have another finish? No, we don't. Oh, but we might have here. Max is gonna be finishing in 59th position, it seems. There he goes. 59th goes to Max here. Let's have a look who is the closest. We have... a lot of players. I think everyone left driving is playing in their last lap here, so just have a look. See here. I think we're gonna have 60 finishes, which is yeah, a bit unlucky, I would say so. Pretty sure there was a lot of game crashes in the start. Pretty many people rage quitted as well during the race. And of course the huge crash that happened like a couple minutes ago. It's quite unfortunate, but yeah. Nothing we can do about that. Dreamkin gets 60th place. Dreamkin in 60th. So let's have a look who is gonna get 61st. There are still 5 minutes remaining on the clock. So let's have a look here. There you have it. Tuxon will cross the finish line as 61st. Island Go in 62nd. Big Dog in 63rd. And we have Rika is lagged out. We have the Troll in last lap. So the Troll is the next one coming up. Alright, the Troll in 64th. So we have 2 players still driving. It is Dante and Bin Blauschaf. But Bin Blauschaf is too far behind, I would say. So if Dante is going to be the last person who finishes this Christmas map. So he has 3 minutes remaining. So Dante will be the last person who will reach the finish line here. Yeah, Riolu, when I did the validation, I only noticed that they didn't have a hitbox after lap number 9. So I was like at this part right here. At this part, I was always going so wide around this presence. And then one time, I had like a very tight line. And then I was like, oh, lol. And then I went through it. So after 9 laps, I realized that you could go through them. Yeah, let me just note down. Alright, so we had Riolu winning Scuff controller plus endurance t-shirt. We had in second place Scrappy, tier 3 sub. Kebby here. At first. Then we have alright, Dante is the last one to finish here. 65 players have finished the race. Thanks for finishing and not rage quitting. Appreciate that a lot. That's gonna be it, guys. The end of the Christmas endurance race is here. So we're gonna go to time attack after this. After I, of course, have written down the winners. So the winner is Riolu. In second place, it's Pack. And in third, it's Shorty. They all receive a t-shirt. A special designed t-shirt. Endurance t-shirt. Shorty. Pack. Endurance t-shirt. And Shorty. Endurance t-shirt. Nah.